Yeah.
Awesome.
Jerky.
Gotta lay down. Yeah, over here. Jordan. he's just a, Jordan and Samu, just big guys. What a good boy. Come here. That's my arm. Oh, I think you are. You're a really good dog.
Where's Samu in the standings right now? You know?
What's that?
Do you know where Samu is in the standings right now? Hmm?
212. Who it was? I didn't see who it was.
Oh, Samu that just went.
Oh. Uh, somehow my phone has dropped the, what do they call these things? The photo, the one to take it, my camera's gone. Or it jumped into something else.
Hey, Jeremy. Thanks for saying hi. Hope you're doing well. I'm just bored. I'm sitting in my RV, people watching. It's a beautiful day in Rockingham. I think it probably got into the low 70s. Not much of a breeze. I'll go ahead and scroll over and show you the flag. It's got a little bit going on there. And then over in the fuel pit area, can't really show you exactly where it is. Let me see if I can write with my finger. It's hard to see. Right there is the Finnish flag because Finland is represented here today. They have 3 pilots. Oh, thank you. Forgot I left it out there. There's a van parked right in front of me, which they were there when we parked here, but it kind of cuts off my ability to see vehicles going by on the road. If I could see better, we could see the fuel bikes and all when they're doing their return from their pass. Just test and tune today. There's no racing going on, but that van right in front of us, it's unfortunate. We were limited in where we could park when we got here yesterday. So, oops, sorry. So that's what's in front of us, and they have that vent closed at night. That opened it up this morning. Plenty of people watching though at the Dragway. If I was out walking around, it would be even better. But but in order to be on the Wi-Fi, I have to carry around my power pack and my internet, and it gets heavy. So I don't do that. I guess I could put it on the little, what do we have? I don't know. We've got a little ATV type thing that we drive around. I guess I could put my power pack and all that on the ATV and just not go too far from it. I could do some live streams from out and about. But I'm really cozy right now. I'm in the motorhome looking through the slightly dirty windshield. You can see we've got little specks on there. It looks like the sky is dirty. There's no breeze on me, so I'm not cold. I'm in a comfortable chair, so I'm not sitting in the bleachers. And I'm just, like I said, just people watching. That's all. I did go around this, not really this morning. Well, yeah, I guess it was kind of this morning. Around probably 11:30, we started walking out and about, saying hi to people and getting the 411 on some of the situations, and just seeing the bikes and all that before everybody started going to test and tune and working out the kinks. Tell you what, though, if you're putting money down on the top fuel today, I would say put your money on Samu from Finland. He's doing really well. He had a speed of 222 earlier today in the 1/8 mile. And then I think he ran a 212 in another run just recently. I can see lane. Oh, I can see both of the scoreboards from where I'm sitting right now. Oh, wow. Cool. Too bad I can't have my phone over right by the races and be sitting in my motorhome. I don't think I was cut out for being a reporter on the street. That person that the Weather Channel sends out into the rain, sleet, and snow. That wouldn't have been me ever. Of course, I didn't want to write about, I didn't want to be a weather person. Oh, there's one of the fuel bikes burning out, I think. No, maybe not. I might have just misspoke. That might be one of the sportsman class bikes. It was a nice burnout though. One of the reasons I'm not down at the racetrack right now over at the Dragway, there's just no comfortable place for me to be and get good video. So I'm just going to stay here. I'm going to sit this one out, we'll say, instead of getting a whole lot. Now, maybe tomorrow I'll get some just video. I might even get some video too. That was a fuel bike. That was definitely a fuel bike. Wow. So maybe tomorrow I'll get some video. I don't know, maybe tonight too, but I doubt it. Just doing the test and tune thing. It's fun, but it's exhausting for me, and I'd rather do that during qualifying and eliminations with the different classes separated, so that if I'm down there, I can say if it's eliminator or street bagger or whatever the class is. Best pizza topping combo. Oh my gosh, why does I'm sorry, that was random. That was really random. YouTube wants me to put a question and answer in my short video. There's one person here. I don't know who that person is, but I'm not going to bore you with a question. And YouTube suggested I put the question, what pizza topping is best? Which is a way to get the chat engaged, and that helps the channel grow. So I understand why they say that. But right now I've got 0 people in here, so I'm not going to do a question. It's a slow day, you guys. You've got a lot of other videos you can be watching. I totally get it. This is a real snoozer, isn't it? But I'm in a comfortable seat. I'm in the co-pilot seat in the motorhome. Just watching people walk by, drive by, ride by. I don't recognize very many people from other drag races, at least not here. When I'm down at the Dragway, at the track, I definitely see people I recognize, but spectator wise, I don't recognize very many people. I'm super impressed though when I recognize someone and remember their first name. That doesn't happen with me very often. I think they just rolled a Nitro Funny bike into place up there. They're going to get it. Oh, it is started. Okay, they're going to do a burnout here in a second. There we go. I believe that's a Nitro Funny, but you know what? I'm still learning what the different bikes look like. I'm getting a good whiff of skunk weed. Oh, you can see the Finland flag to the left on the screen there. We have some proud Finnish pilots here for sure. Top Fuel. I don't know if we have a Nitro Funny pilot from Finland. I am not positive. We've got Samu, and I do not know his last name. Sushi, and that is not his name. That's just what they call him. I don't know what his name is, and I don't know the third pilot's name. But Finland is well represented at the American Motorcycle Racing Association races. You find them here every time. Yeah, that flag is blowing really nicely in the breeze. The American flag is up a little higher to the right. You can't see it on the screen. Let me see if I can back out and then you can see it. Oh, back way out. There we go. It's right up there on the right. That one blows really well all the time. The Finnish flag is down lower. And it really doesn't blow very much in the breeze because it doesn't get a whole lot of breeze down there. I just found out I have a whole lot of Scandinavian genetics in me. It was a big surprise. Ancestry.com. Nothing from Finland. Zero. Mine is Netherlands, Sweden, and Norway. And it is 20% of my genealogy. And I didn't have a clue I even had 1% from there. But I do have a genetic disorder that is found in those regions. So it's not a total surprise, but it is a surprise that it's 20%. And then I think the next biggest was England and Ireland. I was surprised about the Ireland. I didn't realize I had a lot of Irish in me. 21%. I think the next biggest percentage was Northern European and I guess Germanic. And that encompassed, oh gosh. Well, the England and Ireland included Northern France, Belgium, I forget what the other part was. And then got a lot of Polish and down into Eastern Europe. My genealogy is very interesting. And in the very latest update they sent me, 1% Northern Italian, which didn't surprise me because in the past it was actually Switzerland, but now they're calling it Northern Italian. So I guess they've decided I'm on the slightly south side of the border. I'm no longer part of Switzerland, but I thought I had a little bit of Swiss in me. Beautiful country, Switzerland. If you have a chance to go, I highly recommend it. Zero genetics in North and South America, which surprised me. And zero genetics in Africa, which also surprised me. Nothing in Asia. That was not a surprise. Boy, some of these bikes are very, very loud. My goodness. I think we might be able to see a pretty good burnout. We'll just zero in here, see about changing this. I got a brand new selfie stick. Oh, that was not a burnout. Apologies from me to you. I was hoping that would be a burnout. Oh, there's one. Okay. Sorry, you guys are just seeing from way at a distance because I just don't have it in me to go down there and hang out with people and do the standing up thing today. I am very, very tired. So I'm hanging out in the motorhome. We happen to have a pretty good view of the people watching situation, which is why I'm here today. I recorded a live feed earlier of some of the test and tune at the very beginning. I think I was there for about an hour. I prefer to record the qualifying, elimination, and then finals. I like when there's a tangible result at the end. So I'll start doing that tomorrow. I'll also be at the scale tomorrow, weighing the Pro Fuel bikes when they finish their runs. So if you tune in to me tomorrow, that's what we'll have. I don't think I will be showing the pilots when they come up on the scale, but I'll have my camera either focused on me, not because I want to be on film necessarily, but Sometimes people want to talk directly to me instead of just talking out into the crowd. I'll either have it focused on me or focused on the wheels of the bikes as they come up on the scale rather than on the pilots and their teams. I always wonder when I'm recording these at events if I'm ever going to accidentally out someone who's hiding, you know, someone who doesn't want to be seen. I've had people ask me, aren't you afraid of recording somebody and them being mad? And I'm like, well, yeah, I don't want to record anybody and make them mad. It's not my goal. The wind is really moving the trailer, unless my husband is, or not trailer, the motorhome, unless my husband is in the trailer making the whole shebang move around. I'm at Rockingham, North Carolina. American Motorcycle Racing Association drag races. This is the Jim McClure Memorial World something. Finals. That's it. Finals. The World Finals. Oh my gosh. I'm awake, but my brain is asleep. I'll zoom out a little bit. Give us a little more of the action as it goes past. Got a crisp little breeze blowing. You can see the Finnish flag in the distance there blowing. Very simple flag, white with a blue cross. I have heard that there's going to be a live band across from us tonight. That'll be interesting. Hopefully, they play good music. I like a good band. I like a good cover band if they're good at what they do, you know? Not sure who's coming tonight, but there should be lots of people. I probably won't be live because I can't broadcast music that is copyright protected. So I won't be going live. Or if I do, it'll strictly be people watching with my microphone muted, which would be boring as all get out. We are people watching in North Carolina today at the Rockingham Dragway. Decent people watching. Not great. Nothing really jumps out and says, yay, I'm glad I was here to see that. There's a bike with some big old ape hangers on it. I can't ride a bike like that. For one thing, I don't think I'm tall enough. That was a decent burnout. All I see is the smoke, just a little bit. And that bright orange helmet that just pulled up. I forget the number on that bike, but it's the FAFO jailbreak motorcycle. He wears a striped suit. His leather is black and white striped. He's got a bright orange helmet. Does a really good burnout most of the time. There he goes. A little bit of a burnout. He's good. He knows what he's doing. It looks cold out there. I'm seeing people go by that are dressed in shorts and short sleeve shirts, but I also see people in sweatshirts and long pants, and they look cold. I would be one of the people looking cold. I don't like weather in the 60s at all, and especially with a breeze, I don't like it. If there's no breeze, I can handle weather in the 60s a little bit easier, and it's breezy. Thank you to whoever gave me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Got a total of 2 on this live stream, which is actually kind of incredible because I haven't had a whole lot of people come in. You probably couldn't pick a more boring live stream to jump into if you tried. I guarantee you this is a very boring live stream. I've got earplugs in. I should take those out. Oh my gosh, they've been in my ears since 1 o'clock today. And it's 5 o'clock. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. I mean, if I was down at the Dragway, I could see it, but I'm not. I haven't been there for a couple of hours. I left at 2 o'clock. Wow. So for 3 hours, I've had earplugs in that were not necessary. Congratulations, me. Oh, there are people with doggies in their lap that just went by on that little cart. That's what I appreciate about a lap dog is that on a cold day, having a lap dog snuggled up in my lap, oh my gosh, love that. I fully, completely believe in the three dog night situation where if it's cold, I want all three of the dogs up on the bed helping me stay warm. That is not unheard of. I've got one that sleeps at my feet, one that kind of curls up midway, and unfortunately, the third one doesn't sleep on the bed because we can't get her started sleeping on the bed because she's very big and she doesn't listen. So if she got used to being on the bed, it would be really hard to get her to sleep in the right place. Somebody just had a really good pass. How much? What was it? It was 72, 164. Huh? 164. Don't know what it was, but people down in the crowd were excited about that. I saw some hands up in the air and fists. It looked good. Everybody was excited. Let me zoom in a little bit and see if we can get some reaction next time something like that happens. I see the RFC chaplain in the red shirt. I know what he's wearing because he's my husband, and I saw what he wore when he left today. He's wearing his red shirt. Every Friday, RFC chaplains wear their red shirts to remember everyone deployed, everyone in the U.S. military who is deployed. I don't have a red shirt. I don't know if I'm allowed to wear one. I mean, I can wear a red shirt, but I mean, I don't have an RFC red shirt. Okay, what bike is that? That is a bright bike. Oh man, that's gorgeous. Okay, that's a very, very pretty bike. We're going to see what it does. I can see the scoreboard from here, so I'll be able to at least say what time. This is still testing too. Nobody's racing right now. But some of them are doing all that they can. They're really putting their bikes through everything. So maybe this one. Oh, he laid off the throttle. What's the time? Yeah, only 104. Okay. Yeah, he pulled back, got off the throttle pretty quickly. Okay, I just got a notice from GM Weather that this rare hurricane is on the move. Hurricane Melissa, I think, expected to wreak havoc in parts of the Caribbean and possibly moving up toward the United States, but they're not sure at this point if it is going to be heading east out into the Atlantic or if it's going to take a northeast trajectory and head toward the state of Florida. So we will see. And that is your weather report for today, brought to you by GM Weather. Sounds like the band is getting warmed up. Oh, that band might be coming from there's an encampment over to the right of me. It's a very busy encampment. They might have brought a band. There might be dueling bands tonight. One at the encampment. Oh, look at that little Pomeranian poof poof dog. Oh my gosh. That's that's worth focusing on for just a little bit. Sorry, I'm gonna be kind of jumpy. I've got my phone on a stand, so I only have so much ability. Oh, that was so cute. Okay, back to normal. Oh, that's a bad apple racing dog. Maybe I'll see it some more this weekend. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, he did not lay off the throttle. It looks like 211. It could be 217 because there's a pole in the way, but it's either 211 or 217. I'm going to say 211, but I don't want to take away too much from him or her. I guess it could have been her. Yeah, people rolling in on their Harleys down below me here in front. Can't really see them, but I'm one guy's having trouble with his clutch. I I can't imagine riding as chilly as it is out there, and they're just wearing sweatshirts. They're not wearing leather jackets. Oh my gosh, look at that dog. Oh my gosh, that dog is wearing a lion's mane around its neck. Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't think we can see it because the sun is shining kind of weird, but maybe. Let's see. Oh my gosh, looks like a pit bull. Okay, man in sweat. Oops, sorry guys. Man in sweatshirt. All right. At first, I thought it was like a stuffed animal, but it's a dog. I think it has a cowl on. I wish it would turn around. I know. I'm at the drag races and I'm looking at a dog. I'm a weirdo. Oh my gosh, look at that. It doesn't even want to talk to the strange lady. Don't talk to strangers. Don't talk to strangers. Don't talk to strangers. Don't talk to strangers. Now, everybody, not only talk, but touch. Touch, touch, touch me, love me. Very sweet dog, putting up with a lot of human contact from strangers. What does that thing say? It says parking lot pimp. And they are on, oh gosh, several different platforms. They're on YouTube. It'd be funny if they were on OnlyFans. Anyway, that was bad. So that guy's all packed up. Check it out. He's got his cooler. His bike is loaded. He's traveling. And the dog's got a windshield. Oh my gosh. The dog's got a windshield, you guys. I wonder if they camp in that little trailer. Parking lot pimp. Look up at parking lot pimp. I imagine he's got a tent, but he could, if he can fold that thing out. No, a human, an adult male and a dog couldn't sleep in that. That's really cute. Totally focused on the dog. I've lost all ability to focus on the drag racing. I said we were people watching, but right now we're dog watching. I wish the dog would turn around and face me because it is adorable. That's a costume. That's not the dog's head. That's actually a costume. The dog itself is a short-haired pit bull. Oh, there it is. Look. Oh my gosh. Look at that dog. Oh, baby, baby. You are the bomb. Oh, gee, that's so cute. I don't want to go back to people watching, you guys. I want to dog watch. Oh, so cute. Now I don't know where the dog's daddy went. I don't think that's the dog's daddy. I guess I'll know. No, it's not. It can't be, right? I mean, seriously, if that was the dog's daddy, would he be taking pictures like he's a tourist? I don't think so. Hey guys, look up at Parking Lot Pimp 94. I think it says Parking Lot Pimp 90. And it's not parking with a G, it's parkin with an N. Lot Pimp 94, I think. And it's for sure on YouTube. And I don't know what the, oh, and on, I don't know. I don't know the other symbols, what they mean. That dog is too much. I don't know where his daddy is though. Look at this. Daddy just like walked away. Unless he's right next to it and I just can't see him because my gigantic rear view mirror for the motorhome is in the way. That dog has me intrigued, you guys. I'm no longer people. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Oh, dog, you and me, we're going to be friends on YouTube, okay? I'm going to follow you. I'm going to stalk you. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. That's too much. This lady is having a great time. She just noticed the dog. She's like, oh my gosh, look at the dog. Oh, look at it. I got to take a picture of the dog. Look at the dog. So here I'm watching people watch the dog, but I'm also watching the dog watching the people watching the dog. Nobody's watching me. Oh my gosh, that dog is so precious. Make a squeaky noise or a kissy kiss noise, and the dog will stop focusing on me. The dog is watching me watching it. I want to say him, but I know that could be a female dog. Oh, sweet dog. I wish I could take you over a piece of jerky, but I don't want to feed a strange dog in case it has a sensitive tummy. Okay, and we're back to people watching. If you're here with me, thank you so much. That dog is hilarious. I'm going to look that dog up on YouTube for real. Parking Lot Pimp 94. Oh, puppy love. What a sweetie. You're my favorite of the day. Don't tell the other dogs I've been petting and saying hi to today, but you are my favorite of the day. That costume is too much. You know, if I was that dog, I'd be wearing that costume because it looks like its head and neck are warm. Although I think the dog's daddy needed to pull the costume up over the dog's ears so that they would be warmer. That's so cute. He's got everything he needs. He's got his gas can. I don't know if he has water in that. He's got his cooler. He has all kinds of stuff on the bike. He's packed for the road. Looks like he's got a tent and a sleeping bag. Got a barbecue grill on the back, or is that a, no, that's not a grill. Never mind. Silly me. That's a tour pack. Okay, never mind. Back to the dog. Although the dog's not looking at me anymore, and it's not nearly as cute when it's looking away. Okay, I think I'm going to go back to people watching, but if things change with that dog, I'll bring us back to it. Just, oh, look at that splat bug on my windshield. Ugh. Okay, there we go. Back to focusing on other things. And I know I'm here by myself 90% of the time because this is so boring. Nobody wants to join me. I don't blame you. 3 thumbs up. Thank you. You guys are awesome. There's only been about 5 people in here today, so the fact that I got 3 thumbs up is pretty impressive. People watching Friday evening at Rockingham Dragway in Rockingham, North Carolina. This is the American Motorcycle Racing Association Jim McClure Memorial World Finals. And I would love to pop myself some popcorn, but the generator isn't on, so I can't do the microwave. Bummed. Test and tune is happening right now, and it's 5:15 p.m. Eastern. Test and tune, I believe, is running until 6 p.m. I have the schedule, but it's on my phone. And in order to find the schedule, I would have to get out of the live feed. So I'm not going to look at the schedule. But I will be possibly going live tomorrow from the Dragway during qualifying, or I might just take some videos during qualifying and then post them. It depends on my energy level, the crowds, whether or not I can sit down and be lazy or if I have to stand up, all of the things. Just depends on what the situation is tomorrow and Sunday. But I do plan on getting either live streaming the qualifying and then eliminations and finals, or just taking videos and then posting them. I can't usually stream or record the fuel bikes because I have to be at the scale for Pro Fuel. So I can't always show the competition because I need to get my butt down to the scale to weigh the Pro Fuel bikes when they finish their runs. So whether I get any Top Fuel or any Nitro Funny in kind of depends on the schedule tomorrow. We'll see. I love to see them race. I really do. It's totally worth shoving earplugs into my ears to the point where my ears are screaming at me just to go see those bikes run. I mean, it's really worth it. I can get a lot of the sportsman classes either live or, as I said, I'll take video and then post it. And it's starting to cool off, you guys. It is starting to get cold right now. The sun is going down and the temperature is dropping significantly. The concession stand is open to my right, and people are going over there a bunch of times. That guy in front of me right there, he's been in front of me, gosh, he's walked by at least 4 times in the last hour, hour and a half maybe, because I wasn't always live streaming. I've been sitting here for a while before I started live streaming. This is the final race of the season for the American Motorcycle Racing Association. And I'm not at the race. I'm at the crowd. I'm at the people watching and dog watching. Oh, the dog is gone. Oh, it's lying down now. You guys, if you missed it, I'm sorry. Go back a little ways till you see the little dog in the, not little, it's a decent sized pit bull in the trailer being towed by the motorcycle. It's worth taken a look at. Just go back a little ways and see that adorable dog in its costume. Oh yeah, I can see its head popping up now a little bit, but it mostly just wants to curl up and go to sleep. There's a bunch of tourists looking at the dog right now, and it's not popping up. It's like, leave me alone. You already looked at me, lady. You already took my picture. Go away. Give me a piece of meat or go away. Give me some popcorn or leave me in peace. Totally dissed those people that just walked by. She's all bundled up. She's got a sweatshirt with the hood up over the top, and she looks cold. I would be freezing if I were out there right now. That's not my jam. I am not a have fun in the cold person. I am a have fun in the warmth person. I'm a put a fire in the fireplace and make it 85 degrees in the house so that I can be comfortable. That's me. I'm not a go out in the cold person. I'm not an enjoy myself on a cool, windy day person. I'm not someone who enjoys getting on the motorcycle and riding in less than 75-degree temperatures. I'm a very much a fair weather rider, fair weather outdoor enjoyer. That doesn't mean I don't have to do farm chores in the cold weather, in the bitter, bitter winter. I do. My hands get so cold I can't even feel my fingers. I don't like it, but I have to do it because I have animals that live outside, so I have to make sure they're comfortable. Oh, that's coming too, isn't it, you guys? Here we are at the end of October. The cold weather is coming. Good golly. What am I going to do? I'm going to miss my heat. I'm going to miss my sunshine. I'm even going to miss the sweat bees that bother me when I'm sweating out in the sun. No, I won't miss them. That was a lie. I'll miss the reason why they love me so much. There's a bright orange helmet. Oh, that the vehicle in front of us, the vent just went down on its own. It must be on some kind of electronic thing where when it gets to a certain temperature, the vent just automatically closes. Well, that's nice. Now I have a little bit better view. I can show the vehicles going by a little bit better. Let's see if I can turn it just a hair to the left. See, we have a van parked in front of us. We parked behind a van, and the van isn't moving. It's for sale, and they haven't moved it all weekend. Well, since yesterday. Probably because they're hoping to sell it. So we don't have a clear view of the road down below us. That's the return road for the bikes after they do their runs on the track. So if that van wasn't there, I'd be able to show a little bit more of them coming by. Actually, I can move maybe a little bit closer to the dash. And no, I guess that didn't make a difference. Oh well. Still people watching. I am not seeing a lot of shorts anymore, you guys. I'm starting to see some more sweatshirts. Now there's a guy standing there in a pair of slacks, tennis shoes, and a white t-shirt. I feel like he's probably cold. I would be freezing. I'm sitting in my motorhome and I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt and a pair of corduroy pants. Hello, it's finally corduroy weather, you guys. I love corduroy weather. I love it a lot. And he's drinking a cold beverage. Oh my goodness, you guys. I don't know. I'd be freezing. I would love a hot chocolate right now. And I'm inside because I'm an absolute baby when it comes to cold weather. Ooh, there's some pink tennis shoes walking toward me. Oh my goodness, those are awesome. Wow, I like that. Oh, she's going to disappear on me. Don't disappear on me. I like your shoes. Ah, she's going to the bathroom. Okay, well, she'll come back. I'll stalk her later. I'm going to zoom in so that when she does walk by, you guys can see what I just saw. It might take her 10 minutes, but she's going to come out of the bathroom, and those pink shoes are, I would wear them. I love those. Hey, a truck with a whole bunch of trash bags just went by. They obviously work here. It seems like a lot of trash for as long as we've been here. I mean, I guess the place opened up Wednesday night, but dang, there's a lot of trash. Okay, if I was him, I'd be freezing. And her too. Although she is wearing jeans, so that would help a little bit. Okay. Oh, those are the people that are in that Honda. Okay, so we're going to have a little bit better view now, and with them moving their Honda, I'll be able to see a little bit more. Goodbye, Honda. Maybe. There's a guy fussing with his zipper as he came out of the bathroom. I'm going to say he didn't wash his hands. I got a nice whiff of skunk weed coming in the door behind me. You know, I think I'm going to get up and close that door. It's the screen is the only thing closed, and it's getting a little bit breezy, and it's really much louder because that. Plus, I'm getting a secondhand high from the skunk weed. That's some powerful bud. Holy cow. Okay, sorry for that bang, you guys. I just needed to close that door. It's just a little bit too skunky for me. Yes, the end. That's awesome. Thank you for saying that because, yeah, I do wonder how many people I out on these live streams. Like, oh my gosh, that's Uncle Larry. We haven't seen him since he ran off with all of Grandma's china, which would be funny for somebody to steal a set of china today because I go to auctions and entire sets of bone china, really high quality bone china, is selling for like $1 or $2 at the auction, maybe three for the entire set. We're talking 8 to 10, maybe even 12 place settings, which would be dinner plate, salad plate, bowl, sometimes cup and saucer, sometimes coffee cup, but usually cup and saucer, and sometimes even a dessert plate. And then you've got your covered creamer or covered sugar, creamer, casserole, covered casserole dishes, all the things. Oh, the end. You are 100% correct. We actually go to an auction house about twice a month, and some of the stuff is from a lot of it is from estates where they just don't want to do an estate auction at the house because that's a kind of a personal thing, letting people in onto your property. But what have I gotten there? Well, I got a set of china for $5. It's not high end, but I thought it was really pretty. My husband hates it, so I'm currently selling it on eBay one piece at a time. It's beautiful. I love it. It's called Bristol, and it's a white china with a platinum band around it. And I'm trying to think if it has cups and saucers. I think it does. But I love it. I think it's really pretty. My husband can't stand it. It's way too feminine for him. It's very swirly. And then let me think, what else have I have picked up different things there. But like you can get the drinkware from Japan, World War II era that people bought, at the end of the war. These sailors came home with the oh gosh, what am I thinking? Leaded crystal stemware. You can get those for almost nothing at the auction. I can't buy it. We still have some that belonged to my husband's grandmother. Nobody buys it. I can't buy it to resell it, is what I'm trying to say, because nobody buys it. It has no value. It makes me sick. Yeah, the one we go to, they can't sell firearms. We did go to a firearms sale 2 years ago, I think. And some of it was estate from people's estates. It's an auction house. It's not a permanent auction house. They rent a building to have their auctions in. But my husband was able to pick up a firearm that was illegal when we lived in California because, Glocks are illegal in California, which is so ridiculous. But we're in Tennessee now. We decided that since our vote never counted in California, it was time to move to a state where we could at least live under the rules we wished we could have lived under in California. But he got something that it was pretty amazing. I'm not going to say what it is, but it was a pretty amazing firearm. It's legal in Tennessee. It would have gotten him in state prison in California. Hey, S. Watkins, good to see you. Thanks for coming. He focuses on, like, he's buying vintage things from his childhood, like things that remind him of his childhood. So he recently bought an old metal root beer sign that's got the enamel on it because he used to make root beer with his grandpa. And I am going to be making root beer because we have sassafras trees. And I know there is a carcinogen in the sassafras. You were at school. Oh, of course, today, yeah. But we won't make a whole lot of root beer. I just want to be able to make root beer once, and say I made root beer. And then he buys, it's just like he got us a grandfather clock that is just amazing. It's about 7 feet tall, I think. And it was going to sell that the bidding had stopped at $50, $50. Oh, the end. You wouldn't want to live in California. It's a beautiful state. I grew up just a few minutes away from the Pacific Ocean. My husband grew up in a house with a view of the Pacific Ocean. It's a beautiful, beautiful state. But the politics aren't just bad, they're dangerous. It isn't. I used to have to go shopping in one of the most dangerous cities in the country, and that was Fresno at the time. And I always carried a sidearm because I wasn't going to go shopping. I wasn't going to go to a gas station. I wasn't going to go anywhere without a sidearm because I couldn't count on, being safe. It just didn't make any sense to go anywhere without a sidearm. So I did. We were concealed carry permit holders in California, which San Francisco doesn't honor the state certificate for CCW. Anyway. Oh, your dad buys metal lunch boxes. Okay, we get a few of those come through the auction, not a lot, but there are some resellers there that buy the metal lunch boxes. Never do have the thermoses in them anymore. Oh, how fun. Oh my goodness. Grandfather clocks. Ours is from Gatlinburg, Tennessee. It has a brass plate on the inside that is basically like a birthday plaque that, tells who the original owner was and what year the clock was manufactured. It's from like the 1970s or something. So it's not an antique, but it is certainly vintage. And it tells me every quarter of an hour what time it is. I absolutely love it. It's when he bought it, we were in a little tiny house. I said, "What are you going to do with that?" So I thought he was going to resell it, but he said, "No, I want it." So I think he paid 125 for it because it was going to sell for $50 and he started bidding on it. I'm trying to think what else he's gotten. I accidentally got a bunch of glasses one time. They're Christmas glasses. So I'll be putting them on eBay here pretty soon because it's the time people are going to be buying Christmas glasses. I paid $2 for more than 60 Christmas glasses with the holly berries and the leaves and bows and bells. I mean, all different kinds. I thought I was getting like 20 on the shelf, but they announced there are boxes and boxes of them back in the back. My husband about came unglued when he saw how many glasses I got. I had no idea, but I love it because I sell them on eBay. People are able to finish out their sets. They also sell them at thrift shops for like 75 cents each. They're not worth much. But if you're stuck somewhere and you don't have an antique store or a thrift store that has them and you want everybody at the table to have one, it's pretty neat to have matching glasses. Shelf clocks, of course. Oh, okay. I grew up with the old wind up clocks. My parents were very much into antiques. My dad was an antique. Well, I'll say he was an antique dealer, but he only bought them. He never sold them. He had his resale license, but he never sold a single thing. And one of the things he loved was those wind up clocks. And we had one that was going bonkers. And I remember lying in bed one night and it was striking midnight. And then it was 13, 14. And it went to like 22 or 23 before it finally stopped. Huh, that was funny. We just have the one big grandfather. We have another old antique windup that was given to us by a friend who passed away, and none of his boys wanted it. So we ended up bringing it with us. We've never wound it up to make it work because we're kind of afraid of it. It seems very fragile. We'll have to give it a try one of these days. Trying to think of what all we have bought at the auction that was really cool. That's a decent little burnout there. I can't. Well, he recently got an old glass oil jar with a screw on aluminum or metal of some sort, like pouring, like spout or something. I can't use the word. Hey, Chirping Homestead. Hope your chickies are hatching well. And he was going to buy it because it reminded him of the ones his grandpa had in his garage when he was a little kid growing up. But when it when I looked at it, it actually had the name of a friend of his who recently passed away. And I said, "Are you buying that to give to Donnie's son for Christmas?" Because it was Huffman Oil. And the Huffman family used to own a Harley Davidson dealership down in Florida. And he didn't realize that it said Huffman on it, and it was spelled the way Donnie spells his name. So he gave it Oh, Chirping Homestead, I'm so sorry. I had to mute for some reason. Something was going on, and then I unmuted, and my phone doesn't work. The mute button stays muted. So I just killed it. That was a bummer. Sorry about that. So he ended up getting that oil can. He wanted it for himself just to put on a shelf in his shop. And he ended up just today taking it down and giving it to Donnie's son because Donnie's son is here. Okay, Chirping, I'll still be here. Cool. Yeah. We enjoyed it's our date night. I sometimes I'll buy a box lot of just garbagey stuff because it's not going to sell and it's only $2. There's like one or two things in it that I like. And then either that night or the next morning, I go through it and some goes into the trash, like directly to the trash. Not a lot, but some of it does, chipped china or whatever. Some goes to the thrift store. Sometimes I'll keep a piece or two, and then other times I'll list stuff on eBay. And my best one recently was I paid $5 for two sets of curtains that were, I think they were real tree curtains. They were hunter style curtains. And so it was 250 for the two curtain panels. So I had two sets of them, total of four. And I'm saying this wrong, I'm sure. And I sold them both separately to separate buyers for $19.95 each. So for $5, I made just under $40. And then with the way shipping is on eBay, they charge a little bit more for the shipping and they give me a discount. So I end up almost making exactly what I sold the item for once eBay takes out all their fees and stuff. So it's not bad. That was probably my best. I bought a box with jewelry in it one time. And I do still have a few pieces, but I believe I paid $14 for the box. It had some vintage jewelry in it. And I've made around $80 off that box so far, and I still have quite a bit of stuff left from it. The end, I might find that priceless item. It's hard though, because we are surrounded by people who do resales and they know exactly what everything is worth. The things that go the cheapest are generally the furniture items because you can't ship those on eBay. And some of the buyers are eBay buyers. Other people have a booth in an antique mall like we used to have. And it doesn't make sense to put furniture in them because furniture doesn't really sell. I don't know why people prefer IKEA, Walmart, even JCPenney furniture. I don't know why people prefer that over antique furniture that's proven it can survive. I just absolutely love old furniture. If you look in my house in some of my live feeds, you'll see I love vintage and old furniture. I've got some Broyhill furniture now that looks vintage. It's not, but it looks vintage. I got it off Marketplace, I think $350 for the sofa, love seat, and chair. And I couldn't have bought that for less than $1,000 at the store. It's older, and I cleaned the cushions and vacuumed and cleaned the wood. It's mission style, which is perfect for us. Our house is 100 years old, so it's perfect for the house. I originally bought it for my mom for her house, but it was going to be a rental, a short-term rental. Uh, Chirping, I'm gone until we'll leave here Sunday night and we'll go north a little ways. We'll probably park in a Walmart parking lot or a Cracker Barrel. And then we will go home on Monday, or we might leave real early Monday morning and get home. It only takes us 5 hours to get home, so it's not 6 if we stop in Mosey. We stop at the rest stops or truck stops and let the dog get out and stretch and go to the bathroom and all that. But we've got everything we need in the motorhome to make our own breakfast and lunch. And our pet sitter slash house sitter, they'll take care of everything in the morning, and then we'll take care of the rest of it in the day. I was going to go to Louisiana next week, but getting home late Monday morning, and then leaving Wednesday afternoon, early afternoon, and then being gone for 7 days, I just couldn't do it. I didn't want to, or 6 days. I didn't want to be gone that long. I don't like being gone that long. Not with all the ducks. I can't. If it was just the goats and we leave 2 dogs at home and bring one dog with us. If it was just them, they're fine. But the ducks, I've got 32 ducks right now, and I know that doesn't sound like a lot to you because you have hundreds, and more are hatching today. But for me, that's a lot. And my pet sitters, they don't have animal intuition. So if they were to see something wrong with a bird, they wouldn't know what they were looking at. Like if a whole coop of my birds are all puffed up with their eyes half closed, they wouldn't realize that means that they've got some kind of a virus. And they don't seem to know things. Like if I tell them make sure they have food every day, they pour food in their feeders every day, and then their feeders will be overflowing like crazy because they don't know to not pour food constantly into their feeders. It's kind of a weird, they don't have that intuition. The end Amish built kitchen tables are the best. I would like an antique or vintage table. If I could find an Amish built one that looked, I've got a sideboard right now that's pretty ornate. It's an antique. It's not mission style. I could go with either a mission style or a kind of ornate style from the early 1900s. I would love a good solid wood table. I have a kind of an inexpensive vintage table right now that's, I don't know, it's not great. You had a flock of 20 silkies get a virus and died today? No. That stinks. Okay, what color are your silkies? Do you do splash and paint? I'm just curious because my neighbor used to breed silkies. I've almost always had a silkie in my life, and it's been about, oh, how many years has it been since I had a silkie? Probably about 4 years, 5 years since I had a silkie. Okay, you do all color variations. That's right. You're not a show breeder. You breed to ship and sell. That's right. My neighbor was focused on splash and paint because they were brand new uh, colors, I should say, whatever types, when she started breeding silkies. I'm trying to think what else she had. She had this standard white and black cream. I had some black with the cream feathers on their heads that nobody wants if they're breeding them for show, but I think they're just adorable. I love the ones that look like they bleached their tips. Those are so cute. Yeah, when my daughters were in 4-H, we had hatchery chicks. They just did showmanship, and they put them in the bird show, but they didn't do any, they didn't win prizes. If there was another silkie, it would win. In fact, I think her black silkie had a white toe. That's so she probably DQ'd on everything. White and blonde. Wow. Yeah, my neighbor had the blonde or buff, and I don't know if she had chocolate. I don't think she had any chocolate. She bred Morans and Cochins, Silkies. Now we had a problem with rattlesnakes getting in our chicken coops, and we had a hawk, a chicken hawk that would harass and go after our birds. I had a red-tailed hawk attack my duck Tuffy one day. That's why he only has one eyeball. Yeah, it's too cold up there. Aren't you in North Dakota? Too cold up there for snakes. We have big black rat snakes here that will. Oh, you're on Montana. That's right. We have rat snakes here that are 6 foot, and I usually catch them with their mouth around an egg, but not an egg in their belly. But the last one I grabbed had a crushed egg in its belly, and it had one in its mouth. I was able to pull the one out of its mouth. I transport them down. We've got 65 acres, so I drive them down to the far end of the property and let them go because I don't mind snakes. I obviously don't want any copperheads. We have copperheads here or in Tennessee. We have We have water moccasins. I think we have water moccasins too. And I guess we have timber rattlers, but I haven't seen any. I've been told that where we are specifically, there are no timber rattlers, but they're around us. And I've only seen two copperheads. I do have cottonmouth too. Oh gosh, we have so many possibilities. Then we have water snakes that, to the untrained eye, they look like a deadly snake. But the black snakes are very docile. They're not, I wouldn't say they're friendly, but they're not aggressive at all. They're easy to catch. I've had to take 3 out of my coop, or maybe 2 because maybe one returned. We've got about a 6-footer up at the shop right now that's probably staying very busy eating mice. And I mean, I love having snakes around. I just don't like poisonous snakes. We had so many vipers. We had a rattlesnake that bit one of my duck mamas when she was sitting on her eggs. She survived. And we had one bite a baby goat in the face, like a newborn baby goat in the face, just a couple of weeks old. It survived. We had one bite our dog. I'm trying to think if he got bit twice. I don't remember. I just came home and he was all he I didn't notice he was puffy, but he wouldn't say hi to me when I came in the door, and I went over and gave him a hug, and he kind of whined, and I looked and there was bloody stuff coming out of his nose, poor baby. But he had rattlesnake shots, so he did fine. We've had 2 dogs. Oh, that's right. Then I had another dog get bit in the face, but they all had rattlesnake shots. So I gave them Benadryl and they were fine. Okay, we have bear and coyote and foxes, but we don't have wolves. Yeah, you guys have wolves up in Montana. That sucks. I'm sorry for you guys. We have at least 3 bears on our property, according to the game cameras, but one of them has a wanted poster by Fish and Wildlife because it's been going into people's garages and into their vehicles and causing damage. Thankfully, nothing has happened to our critters at this point. Nothing. They haven't gone up to the feed shed. They haven't busted into any of our kennels or anything. We had bobcats taking our ducks and coyotes as well, but we had bobcats coming into our stalls and getting our ducks, and we were able to trap them twice. We trapped bobcats. They're easy to catch in a trap. The coyotes are impossible to catch. I caught my dog, and they're the big live traps that just close down on them and then they can't get out. I caught my dog one time. I was making one, help me find my dog posters because she was gone overnight. I was so scared for her. I was so scared. All the neighbors were out calling for her, looking for her, and everybody was checking their ring cameras and their game cameras, trying to get a sighting of her. She was in a stinking trap in my goat pen because I'd had a baby goat. One of my mamas gave birth, and the baby was missing. And I know it was a coyote. She was screaming for it for like 2 weeks too. She had twins, but one of her babies was missing. And there was a hole under the fence they had dug. It's just awful. So I put the trap down there and I caught my own dog. She spent the night eating chicken, leftover chicken. Never could catch a coyote. Never could get a shot off on a coyote because they're so fast and they know exactly what a sidearm is. We had a fox that was doing some damage. Couldn't get a shot on that one either. Just, we had a lot going on. We lost about 2 mortgage payments worth of ducks to coyotes. And we had, oh, that's a nice bike. We had donkeys in their pasture that were supposed to be taking care of them, and they weren't. They decided to take the day off and let the coyotes in the pasture. And they killed, close to $2,000 worth of ducks. That was a horrible day. That was a horrible, horrible. I wanted to go to bed and never get out of bed. I was so upset. And, because even though we had 300 ducks, they were all over the property, a lot of them were our pets. We did sell to the restaurant market in San Francisco, the Asian restaurant market, but most of them, especially the adults, were our pets. Like they had names and all that kind of stuff. And just, it was horrible. It's a horrible massacre. Here's another doggy. I don't miss those days at all. We only have 32 ducks right now, and I'm thinking that's fine with me. I don't want to. Well, for one thing, in Northeast Tennessee, there, we don't have an Asian restaurant market. I've gotten a hold of a couple of different high-end restaurants to find out if they're interested in buying any. So I'll take them to a USDA butcher if that's the case, but nobody wants to. So I just breed them for us, and I sell them to homesteaders if they want to have a few ducks on their farm. And some people want them for pets. I do have two buyers that buy them for meat. One is a man from Ghana, and he grew up eating it, and he loves it. He lives in the US now, but he has access to that part of his childhood, so he'll come get a duck every now and then. And then I have two men from Vietnam that come and buy from me as well, every now and then, not very often. Thank you to the 7 who gave me a thumbs up. That's awesome, you guys. I haven't even been paying attention to that, but that's really nice. It's been a very slow live stream because it's so boring. There's nothing really happening. I'm too tired and too cold to go out there and hang out where all the cool people are. So instead of watching the bikes, I'm watching the people. So do you breed the Muscovies and sell the ducklings? I sold a bunch of babies. So, okay, cool. I sold a bunch of babies to a guy who has all of his ducks commingled. And I warned him about mules because if the Muscovies breed with any of his duck hens, none of their eggs are going to hatch. And he said he didn't have a problem with that, but I don't. Well, actually, no, the babies will hatch. The eggs will hatch, but the babies won't be breeders. That's right. But so I don't buy anything back from him because I don't know if it's purebred. You can't really trust that. We had the one mule male that somebody dumped on our property one day, just put it over the fence into the pasture. Looked like a female, but it had huge feet, big feet, fairly long legs for a Muscovy. The legs were a little longer and thinner than the average Muscovy. Too long for a female for sure, but he looked like a female so much that all the males wanted to breed with him. All the males tried to breed with him, and it wasn't in an aggressive thing. It was an I think you're a girl thing. But then it turned out he was a Drake. And so I named him Caitlin. His name was Caitlin Jenner. And he actually worked his way up to the top of the flock, which was not good because then he wouldn't let anybody in his area breed. And I didn't want a bunch of mules. Well, actually, no, I would have had dead eggs. Nothing would have hatched. Would have been terrible. So I never had another breed. I was tempted, not the khaki Campbells, although I do like them, but I thought the runner ducks were adorable, but I couldn't combine them. For one thing, the Muscovy drakes are so huge, they would really hurt. Chirping Homestead, I'm at a drag race. I'm at the finals for the American Motorcycle Racing Association. This is the last race of the season. And the next time I'm around all these people will be at the end of the year awards ceremony in Nashville. And that's in November sometime. We're actually going to stay in a hotel. We're not going to stay in our RV, which is unusual for us. So I get to be an adult, stay in a real hotel room with a coffee maker, which I can make coffee whenever I want, not just when the generator's on. So you'll see burnouts every now and then. You'll see the gray smoke. I was live earlier, but it was just not great. Wasn't comfortable. I didn't have a real good seat. I might go live tomorrow down there, but I don't know. I'm not really feeling it. I might just take some videos and post videos at night. Overpriced hotel snacks, never, never. Oh my gosh, I haven't actually stayed in a hotel that has one of those refrigerator things in a really long time. I've heard some stories about people really racking up a bill on those, like a candy bars, like $8 or something. That if I could eat candy bars, I'd probably be tempted, depending on how far away a grocery store was. That I can't eat candy bars. I can't eat the little snack packs of nuts because I've got nut allergies. I can't eat the crackers because I'm allergic to wheat or intolerant of wheat. I'm a really cheap date. I'll tell you that right now. The water bottles are super overpriced. I hate water. Yeah, I'm easy. I'm real easy. I bring my own food. In fact, at the banquet, I won't even be eating. I'll bring my own food to the banquet. Super cheap date. I'm trying to think of the last time I ate something at a restaurant. I just had a glass of milk. That's right. We went to my husband's favorite little family run cafe. He got some kind of amazing steak dinner for $19. Apple cider now makes you sick. Oh, gross. Yeah. It was probably delicious when you were drinking too much of it. That's crazy, though, that it makes you throw up now. I think they're done at 6 o'clock. They are done. There's going to be a live band across from me tonight. Oh, they're practicing. I can't be doing the live stream when they're doing their protected music. Otherwise, I'll get a copyright strike. Cover band. So I'll be posting some videos hopefully tonight. I don't know if I can because my live streams have to completely upload and it takes them forever and a day to upload. It's a good cover band. They got some mellow music going. It's not hard rock. That would have driven me crazy. All right, you know what? I am going to clock out. It has been 100 minutes. I know, chirping, it's just background music. It's not, it's just a cover band doing a song. It's really sweet, but I'm going to have to check out because that's why I turned off my microphone before because there was background music and I didn't want to get a copyright strike. See you later. Hey, good luck with your new babies. I'm really sorry to hear about your silkies. That really sucks. Take care and God bless you. See you in the next one.